We're going to turn to Bruce Willis. It has been almost 3 months since his family announced the actor would be stepping away from his career after being diagnosed with aphasia.
Time now for some of the biggest trending stories. We have a health update on actor Bruce Willis as his wife prepares to release her upcoming book.
Bruce was first diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia.
Every day, I share another story from the golden age and the moments that shaped an unforgettable era. If you'd like to keep these memories alive with me, hit subscribe. It costs you nothing, but it means a lot. Thank you for being here. Now let's begin. At 70 years old, Bruce Willis, the action icon who once embodied courage and unstoppable strength on the big screen, is now facing one of the toughest battles of his life. For decades, people everywhere saw him as the ultimate hero, the man who never backed down in Die Hard and so many other unforgettable films where victory was always in reach. But now, that same hero is in a fight that even he can't win. A heartbreaking diagnosis that's stolen the one thing he's always loved most: acting. Slowly, Bruce has been stepping away from the spotlight while his devoted family stands beside him, treasuring every single moment. Fans across the world are heartbroken, trying to accept this painful new reality. This isn't just another Hollywood story. It's a real, emotional goodbye from a man who gave everything to his craft. Bruce Willis is saying farewell with the same quiet strength and unshakable grace that made him a legend in the first place. Born on March 19, 1955 in Eider Oberstein, West Germany, Bruce came into the world as the son of an American soldier, David, and a hardworking German mother, Marlene. His father was stationed overseas, while Marlene did what she could to help support their small family. When Bruce was just 2 years old, the Willis family packed up and moved to the United States, settling in Kearney's Point, New Jersey, a gritty working-class town that built the backbone of Bruce's character. His dad took up welding and mechanical work, while his mom got a job at a local bank to help keep things running. But growing up wasn't always easy. Bruce struggled with a stutter that made everyday conversations feel like a battle. Yet, when he joined his school's drama club, everything changed. The moment he hit the stage, his stutter disappeared and his confidence exploded. By his senior year, he was student council president, already showing the bold charm and leadership that would later light up Hollywood. After high school, Bruce didn't shoot straight into fame. He hustled through all kinds of blue-collar jobs, guarding a nuclear plant, driving workers to a chemical factory, even working as a private investigator. But deep down, he knew where he truly belonged, under the bright lights. He enrolled at Montclair State University to study drama, but soon dropped out to chase his dream in New York City. There, he waited tables and tended bar in Hell's Kitchen, keeping his spirit alive while waiting for that one chance to shine. That chance came in 1985, when Bruce landed his breakout role on Moonlighting. Competing against thousands of hopefuls, he scored the part of the fast-talking detective David Addison, and instantly became a household name. His wild chemistry with co-star Sybil Shepherd lit up TV screens everywhere. With his effortless blend of charm, wit, and rebellion, Bruce earned both an Emmy and a Golden Globe. As fame hit, so did the endorsements. He became the face of Seagram's wine coolers, pocketing millions. But when he decided to quit drinking, he walked away from the deal. A bold move that showed rare integrity in an industry full of excess. Then came 1988, the year that changed everything. Bruce jumped from TV favorite to movie legend as John McClane in Die Hard. He didn't just play a hero, he redefined what a hero could be. With humor, grit, and that touch of vulnerability, McClane wasn't just another action figure. He was real, and audiences couldn't get enough. That same year, Bruce showed off a softer side in Blind Date and In Country, and even lent his voice to the talking baby in Look Who's Talking. It proved he wasn't just a one-note action star. He had range, emotion, and heart. The 90s brought highs and lows, but Bruce kept proving he was built different. From the Die Hard sequels to his unforgettable role in Pulp Fiction, he gave every character depth and power. His quiet intensity in Pulp Fiction added a weight that grounded the whole film, showing once again why Bruce Willis wasn't just a star, but a force to be reckoned with. Between massive box office hits, Bruce Willis also faced some serious setbacks. Movies like Hudson Hawk, Color of Night, and a few others got torn apart by critics. Yet fans still found a soft spot for them, renting those VHS tapes and keeping the legend alive. Every time he stumbled, Bruce bounced back with that trademark cool and humor, refusing to let failure define him. Then came a winning streak: 12 Monkeys, The Fifth Element, and the explosive Armageddon. That last one didn't just save Earth on screen, it saved Bruce's career in real life too. As the 2000s rolled in, Bruce fully stepped into his role as the grizzled veteran of action cinema. He showed up in everything, from the gritty Sin City to the slick R.E.D. and the time-twisting Looper. And just when people thought they'd seen it all, he popped up in Friends, roasted himself on Comedy Central, and even shocked Broadway audiences with his intense performance in Misery. His later years became a mix of cameos, voice roles, and nostalgic returns to the franchises that built his legend, proving he still had that spark that made him unforgettable. But beneath the swagger and smirk, there was a quiet reflection. Bruce always knew how wild his journey had been, from that kid in New Jersey who battled a stutter to becoming one of Hollywood's most iconic tough guys. His life felt like something straight out of a movie, except this one carried a bittersweet tone. The story of a man who fought his way into stardom and carried its weight long after the camera stopped rolling. Then came the devastating news that shook the world. In March 2022, Bruce's family released a heartbreaking statement. The action legend had been diagnosed with aphasia, a cruel disorder that robs a person of their ability to communicate. He could still think clearly, but the words wouldn't come out. The man who once fired off one-liners with ease was now trapped in silence, a silence more painful than any scene he'd ever filmed. Things grew even darker in early 2023 when doctors confirmed Bruce was battling frontotemporal dementia, a rare progressive brain disease that takes away speech, memories, and pieces of who a person once was. There was no cure, no fix, only time slipping away. His loved ones could do nothing but stand by him, watching as the man they adored slowly faded from view. By December 2024, his ex-wife Demi Moore spoke up, saying Bruce was stable. But that word hit fans hard. Was stable just a softer way of saying things had gotten worse? Reports began surfacing that Bruce could no longer form full sentences, barely read, and needed help to move or walk. The same man who once did his own stunts was now struggling just to take simple steps. His wife, Emma Heming Willis, opened up about the heartbreak, saying watching his speech disappear was terrifying. At first, she didn't realize what was really happening. Bruce had stuttered as a child, so she thought maybe it was just that old challenge coming back. She couldn't have imagined the truth, something far more devastating. Even more painful, Emma revealed that Bruce might not fully grasp what's happening to him. He lives in a fog, aware yet unaware, here yet far away. Still, Emma stays by his side, choosing love over despair, filling his days with as much warmth and laughter as she can manage, even when the reality feels unbearable. Then, in August 2025, headlines exploded. Emma made the heartbreaking decision to move Bruce into a separate home with 24-hour caregivers, and the world went into a frenzy. People questioned her motives. Was she abandoning him or was she protecting him? Emma explained that Bruce would have wanted their daughters, 12-year-old Mabel and 10-year-old Evelyn, to live in a home filled with laughter, not sorrow. She wanted them to have a chance at a normal childhood, away from the constant reminder of their father's illness. But that decision came at a heavy emotional cost. Emma's no longer just a wife. She's a caregiver, a mother, and a woman fighting to hold her family together while watching the love of her life fade away before her eyes. Her daughters miss their dad deeply. They notice when he forgets birthdays, school plays, or those little moments that once made him such a devoted father. Emma worries endlessly about what this loss will mean for them, how growing up without the version of their dad they once knew will shape them forever. Overwhelmed by the endless rumors and wild speculation, Emma Heming Willis finally broke her silence. She asked the public to stop judging what they could never truly understand, because behind all the headlines and online noise was something painfully real. A family holding on to love while slowly learning how to say goodbye, not all at once, but a little more with every passing day. Bruce Willis's heartbreaking decline didn't just shock the fans, it shattered the people closest to him. His eldest daughter, Tallulah Willis, later opened up about how she had missed the early warning signs of her father's illness. She thought Bruce was just becoming distant, maybe too caught up in his own world. He didn't seem present anymore. And for a while, she believed his silence meant he didn't care. That misunderstanding left her crushed. Today, Tallulah speaks about that guilt with honesty and courage, reminding people everywhere that sometimes love hides behind illness, and that it's crucial to talk, to notice, to really see the people you love before it's too late. Through it all, Bruce's family has stayed close. His ex-wife, Demi Moore, continues to be deeply involved, showing incredible grace by standing beside Emma and their daughters. The family still gathers together, smiling through the pain, sharing glimpses of warmth and unity online. Powerful reminders that even in heartbreak, love refuses to fade. On Bruce's 70th birthday, they all reunited, proof that while his memories may slip away, their bond remains unbreakable. The photos said it all, a family refusing to let illness define their love story. But the truth is, the signs of Bruce's struggle had been there long before the public ever knew. Between 2018 and 2022, Bruce appeared in over 20 films. Not the massive blockbusters that built his empire, but smaller, rushed productions made to cash in on his legendary name. He could earn millions for just a few days of shooting, but something behind the scenes was off. Crew members began to notice troubling changes. Bruce had trouble remembering his lines, following directions, or even keeping up with simple cues. On the set of Hard Kill in 2020, co-star Lala Kent remembered a chilling moment when Bruce accidentally fired a prop gun at the wrong time. Not once, but twice. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but everyone on set was shaken. The man who once defined control and confidence on screen suddenly seemed lost in confusion. From that point on, crews quietly adjusted everything to protect him, simplifying dialogue, rearranging scenes, doing whatever it took to help him keep his dignity. One insider confessed, "We had to make him look good." He was being puppeted. Those words sting, a brutal reminder of how far the mighty had fallen. Bruce Willis, the unstoppable force of Die Hard, now being guided through moments he could no longer fully grasp. On the set of Midnight in the Switchgrass, director Randall Emmett reportedly struggled to get Bruce to perform basic actions, like kicking down a door. An earpiece was placed in his ear to feed him lines, but even then, confusion clouded his face. Crew members described haunting moments when Bruce looked around, lost, asking softly, "Why am I here?" That question, simple yet devastating, has stayed with everyone who witnessed it. The once unshakable hero now seemed unsure of his own purpose. As whispers turned into headlines, ugly rumors began to swirl. That some filmmakers kept hiring Bruce, fully aware of his condition, chasing profit instead of compassion. His name alone could turn a small-budget movie into a financial hit, and according to insiders, certain producers chose to look the other way. They ignored the obvious, valuing box office returns over the man behind the name. But not everyone stayed silent. Directors like Mike Burns and Jesse V. Johnson later refused to work with him again, saying it just didn't feel right. The cost was too high, not just in money, but in humanity. Behind the glitz and the lights, a haunting question remains. Why didn't anyone stop it sooner? Maybe Bruce himself didn't want to stop. Maybe he needed to keep working, to feel alive, to hold on to what he loved for as long as he could. Or maybe those around him didn't yet grasp how serious it really was. Hollywood is a machine built on motion, always chasing the next release, the next dollar. And in that endless race, maybe no one knew how to say, enough. For decades, Bruce built his legacy on endurance, surviving explosions, long nights, brutal stunts, and relentless schedules. That dedication made him a legend, but it also took everything out of him. Doctors say his illness wasn't caused by overwork, but constant stress can push the mind and body to the edge. And Bruce gave everything he had, his energy, his health, and his focus. Now, the same strength that made him a hero on screen is what keeps him fighting in silence, surrounded by the people who love him most, still standing tall in spirit even as his body fades. He spent his life entertaining millions, lighting up the screen with raw energy and unstoppable charm. But now, the lights have dimmed, the cameras have gone quiet, and the man who once saved the day is the one being saved, by his family. There are no rewrites, no retakes, no second chances this time. Only love, memory, and the quiet courage of letting go. Frontotemporal dementia, the cruel disease that has silenced Bruce Willis, remains one of the most misunderstood and mysterious neurological conditions in the world. Unlike Alzheimer's, it strikes younger, hits fast, and attacks not just memory, but the very essence of who a person is. Their empathy, their voice, their identity. Because it's so rare, research trails behind, leaving families like Bruce's desperate for answers that science hasn't yet found. But in March 2023, a flicker of hope appeared. Scientists at the University of Sheffield announced early progress on a groundbreaking nasal spray, a potential treatment that could one day slow or even prevent certain forms of FTD. It's still years away from human trials, far too late to help Bruce himself, yet it carries something deeply powerful. Hope for his daughters, who might one day face the same genetic risk. Maybe, just maybe, this discovery could save them from the same cruel fate that has stolen their father's voice. Today, Bruce is 70 years old. Doctors call his condition stable, a word that feels both comforting and cruel. Stable means he's not declining rapidly, but it also means he's not getting better. He lives in a fragile in-between, a place where flashes of the man we all remember still appear, but only for moments, like faint light behind fog. Emma Heming Willis, his devoted wife and what she calls his care partner, remains his anchor. She visits him constantly, ensuring he's surrounded by warmth and love. Their daughters, Mabel and Evelyn, bring laughter into rooms now filled mostly with silence. They still play, still talk to him, still believe that their love reaches him, even when words can't. Demi Moore, his ex-wife, continues to be part of that circle too. She's there for birthdays, holidays, and those quiet family gatherings that matter now more than ever. Along with their older daughters, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah, she helps hold together what's left of the man who once held them all. The bond between them isn't just about the past, it's about love that refuses to fade, because behind all the gossip, headlines, and speculation lies a truth most people overlook. This is not a story of abandonment. It's a story of endurance, sacrifice, and love under pressure. It's about a wife juggling motherhood and caregiving while carrying heartbreak every single day. It's about daughters grieving a father who's still here, but slipping away piece by piece. And it's about an ex-wife who could have walked away years ago, but never did. Each of them holds a fragment of Bruce, protecting his spirit, his dignity, and his memory even as he fades. For Bruce Willis, the man who once ran barefoot through broken glass, defied explosions, and stood tall as Hollywood's ultimate action hero, this final chapter is painfully human. His goodbye isn't some cinematic explosion or slow-motion finale. It's quiet, slow, and heartbreakingly tender. One by one, his abilities have faded. First his words, then his understanding, then his physical strength. What's left is something raw, fragile, and profoundly beautiful. The love that surrounds him and the memories that refuse to fade. Fans around the world can honor him not just by watching his movies again, but by learning from his journey. We can demand more awareness and push for stronger research into frontotemporal dementia. We can support organizations fighting for brain health and encourage open conversations about the toll that fame, stress, and silence can take, especially in an industry that too often hides pain behind the spotlight. Hollywood needs to change too. We need better protections for aging actors, clearer boundaries when health starts to slip, and more compassion for the people behind the characters we idolize. No one should have to keep performing when their body and mind are begging for rest. Bruce Willis taught the world what it truly means to be a hero, not because he saved the day on screen, but because he faced his hardest battles with quiet bravery, surrounded by love. His legacy isn't just in Die Hard, Pulp Fiction, or Armageddon. It's in the awareness his story brings and the empathy it inspires. Real strength isn't about explosions or gunfights. It's about holding on when everything around you is slipping away. And that's exactly what Bruce Willis continues to do. A hero to the very end. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button if you felt something real, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.